these older trucks, they require more maintenance. The older truck gets, the more frequently it is going to require maintenance. But there are preventive maintenance things that we would need to be doing as well. Especially these trucks are getting older. So what are some of the preventive maintenance items that become even more important if we're converting a truck into a more of a water supply piece and it's a little older?
Yeah, two things come to mind when it comes to maintenance on these older rigs. Besides the engine itself, that's even the new apparatus needs that maintenance on the engines. But when it comes to the pump packing and the pump's valves, like I mentioned before, if an apparatus has been sitting in your bay for a while, there's a good chance that your packing is dry and not sealed very well. And your valves have probably not been worked, so they're going to need a good overhaul. And those are two things that can help you move a lot of water quickly. If you have a problem with your apparatus not established in a draft from a static water source, most likely your pump packing is what's holding you back. If you got a nice tight packing, it doesn't take a lot of effort to create that draft. Especially when you're out of water. And I'm not talking about using a burp draft method or a jet siphoning. We're dry, we have no water left in our tank, and we need to use the primer to establish that draft. We need a good pump packing so that pump is nice and tight to get that draft nice and easy. And speaking of that, the primer is another thing you want to make sure you're doing a good maintenance on that, because if it's been sitting there, those primers, most of the primers except the air primers, which is a new item, but the old primers were water lubricated. Well, if you haven't been running water through it in a long time, most likely those impellers are froze up. So you'll need to get in there and overhaul that impeller.